Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 15 of the Mugs and Mikes podcast. I am your host, Zeke, but I can't do this alone. This is the final episode of the Mugs and Mikes podcast, so this is the last time I will need some assistance. I will introduce my friends real quick. I got GameCubeDude.
Okay, well, first off, you're always going to need assistance. And has anybody ever noticed how Zeke says, welcome back to the 15th episode when it just started? Did you expect everybody to just turn it off right as it starts, Zeke?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, no wonder this podcast is ending.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm actually a time traveler. That was supposed to be the big reveal at the end. I'm actually from the future.
Zeke, if you have a DeLorean and you've been holding out on me, I swear to God, you're going to lose a testicle.
Oh, trust me, you're supposed to learn about my DeLorean in 2021. I'm not allowed to change anything in the timeline.
So Zeke,
My dude has a...
When do we get Deltarune
Okay, yeah, I'll
Chapter
beat you
2?
up later. Don't worry.
We get Deltarune Chapter 2 in approximately 5 weeks.
Watch him actually be
I'll be the great prophet.
Oh, no.
I have Nomad here.
Time to say goodbye.
Boats
and
and
I promise I'll never sing again. I'm sorry for that.
Thank you.
And we have HackGame.
I'll never have a proper intro, but hello everyone.
Well, you don't have to worry about it after this.
Oh boy.
Like we mentioned before, this will be the final episode of the Mugs and Mikes podcast. It's quite sad, but nothing lasts forever. For all good things, it's true.
We didn't even make it like a whole year, actually. The first episode was uploaded February 10th last year.
Well, I
We're
will wait.
just shy of being a year old.
No, I'm saying it's saying 1 year right here.
Yeah, it was 2018 it came out.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
We're in 2020.
Oh my God, it's 2020. Fuck my life. Okay, we are 2 years old. Never mind me.
Oh god, look at that
Hooray,
art.
we can walk now.
We are almost two, guys. But no, we wanted to just do one final episode, kind of recapping everything, our personal favorites, the fact that, kind of tell everyone the fact that we met up, for those that don't follow us on Twitter, which you probably should. So who wants to...
At this point, why?
No, I mean our individual selves, not the podcast.
Yeah.
I need all the followers I could get, dude.
Don't be greedy, Zeke. Trust me, Twitter greed is exactly what leads people down bad paths. But that's a story for another time. Or maybe not. Podcast is ending, so... You know what? Let's go ahead and talk about why the podcast is ending. That's probably what people are going to want to know first.
So why is the podcast ending?
Because we can't do this anymore. You all have no idea how hard it is to coordinate 4 different schedules. And to add to it, I have a job, Nomad has a job, Zeke, well, he had a job, but they didn't have enough budget, so he was let go.
Maybe they actually want to help him find time for the podcast.
It's a little late for that now.
Extremely doubt that.
So yeah, basically, I also run a YouTube channel. Hack is working on a game. Nomad, well, he's just trying to survive over in Canada land.
And also, I'm going to Japan in 2021. It's
Good for
gonna be
you.
great.
So yeah, every time this episode actually, we tried
I think
3 different times over the past 2 months to actually get together and record this, and we couldn't because our schedules just kept screwing us over.
Plus, I'm not signing the contract extension in February, so we had to do this before February.
So
Yeah,
should
apparently
I
we had contracts.
Yeah,
So,
we had
should I
contracts. All of us did.
So should I turn down the offer from Raid Shadow Legends to sponsor this?
Yeah.
Did I tell you I actually got a sponsorship offer from Raid Shadow Legends?
No way. Just recently?
Really?
I did. This was well after I made that announcement video that I wasn't gonna do gaming content anymore. They sent me was it before or after? No, I think it was after. Yeah, it was definitely after because I remember making. Okay, so I'm sure it was after. But yeah, no, I turned it down because I don't upload to the. Oh fuck! I should have asked them if I could advertise it on the podcast. Oh, that would have been a legendary meme.
Oh, that would have been great.
Oh no.
Oh well, too late now.
So yeah, I would just say for any future podcast creators out there, 4 people in a podcast, that's a lot of people. The more people you have on a podcast, just think of it this way. It's a lot of different points of view, so that's always a good thing. But the more people you have on the podcast, the more times you have to coordinate around it. So just keep that in
I would
mind.
say you'd probably want to go for more around 2 people.
I
Two
say
people
2
for
to
a
3.
podcast would be better.
I think we're in the
Honestly,
upper
I
limit.
wouldn't even risk 3. If I were to ever like do a podcast again, spoiler alert, I don't plan on it anytime soon. I would probably want it to just be 2 people, because coordinating with like just 3. How do I explain this? Like, so it was. Fuck! I lost my train of thought. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. When you can't get your schedules together, you eventually lose your podcast mojo. I can't do this stuff anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah, especially since the last year, this is the 4th podcast. So, as time went on, like as you could see, if you look through the timeline of events, you saw that the first like 7 episodes or so, if I could talk, we kind of released it in a monthly basis. And that's the biggest thing with YouTube, is trying to keep it consistent with anything you do. And when you're trying to coordinate 4 different schedules, I mean, that was back in the day when we started. I had work, I had school. Everyone had either work and or school. And then there's also other problems going on, like, oh, I actually have a appointment. I have to like stream with D, for example, like you had to do in an hour.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I'll be honest, it's actually like a same struggle I had when working on my fan game Hacks Custom Night, because it has a lot of problems handling a lot of people, trying to figure out how they should be handled in the fan game. So having it to look at it here does feel like it is a problem trying to manage time to find out how.
Hack?
Well,
See, I told you adding 50 people in was going to be too much, but you're like, nah, fam, I got this.
I can still draw.
You should have started it with like 5 or so.
Oh, dude, I have, but it grew.
I think he means you should have started with like 5 people from the get-go, like,
And then just
get 5 people to come on the project, then see if you can get 5 more, then 5 more.
I would like. It's always important to keep the scope of whatever project you're doing small, so it doesn't creep.
Oh boy, yeah, it did grew a lot, but hopefully it is actually starting to finish up this year.
That's good.
It's a huge trip, I will say that though.
Also, I would say with speaking of scope, I'm just going to segue over. I feel as if it's important to have a scope when you're making a podcast, because I kind of felt we didn't really know what we were going to be doing. We really started to hit our stride around episode 10, I thought. That's when we kind of started to come together and had like that's when I felt the podcast really grew into its own.
I thought like
I would say episodes 1 through 9, we never had like a central focus, a central direction, or even really a set type of podcast. And that's why I think it was honestly a discombobulated mess.
A discombobulated mess that people started liking, though.
For some reason, y'all just don't have taste in podcasts. That's the problem here.
It literally went from pizza to literally health, and then happy birthday to Switch, and then we talked about Switch again. Then we went to the Channel Awesome.
I thought the Channel Awesome one, though, I thought that was like the blueprint of what we're on now.
See, like I think like the foundation of this podcast was the biggest mistake. Let's think about it. Let's go back and think about it. What was the thing we decided to start a podcast on?
Because it was on my internet bucket list as a content creator. I've always wanted.
Okay,
to
well
make
you can die happy now. But
exactly.
What I mean is, think about it. The first episode started out as we were trying to recreate a discussion, a joking, fun discussion we had in a Discord call at 11 at night, trying to recreate that into a podcast because we thought it was funny. That's not a good setup for a podcast.
To be fair, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was funny in the Discord call we had. I didn't think it translated well into podcast format.
I felt like that conversation though kind of helped bring us together with chemistry though. That's why I thought.
Yeah, I feel like Luke, Zeke, I feel like you two work well on a podcast just because you're so very opposite people.
I feel that way too.
We are very opposite. That is true.
I'm pretty good at as playing the opposite of whoever I'm with, though.
See, I'm good at being the jerk. I'm good at insulting people. Well, to an extent. I'm not afraid to take a shot at someone, but Zeke is always more reserved. He's a little more hesitant to call somebody something like pig roach, though he can be pushed past his limit.
My man.
Pig roach. Can we just stop and talk about how awesome of a nickname that is? Like, so much of a bad name that is for someone.
Pig roach.
Because he's a pig and he never dies. He's pig roach.
Yes, we get it. You don't like Dark Side Phil, all right? We got it.
You really do hate Dark Side Phil.
And everyone said that was too harsh on Logan.
Oh.
I didn't say that.
No, I mean everyone else did. Everyone said that I was too harsh on Logan, but I was
come
I was
on.
the contrary.
Yeah,
really.
they didn't hear the rest. They clearly did not hear the rest of us. If they thought you were the harsh one in that.
I didn't think you were the harsh one to talk to Logan.
No, in that episode, it was definitely episode 10, for those who don't remember. I think it was probably Dab who was the harshest out of all of us.
Yeah, he
Oh.
probably
Or he
was.
brought, at least he brought the most valid criticism.
Well, yeah, he's been kind of quote unquote criticizing. I'm not going to go into that discussion. I know some people like Dab and some hate him. He's kind of decisive. But he has been a critic of Logan since, I think, like 2016. So he's had years of just, like, experience with the guy.
I almost forgot that's even a
He
thing.
can put that on his resume.
I talked about a YouTuber with 10 million subscribers for 3 years. Yeah, good resume. So yeah, I think we can all agree that episode 10 was an alright one.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
so
can go-
before this becomes a conversation about that guy, let's go ahead and move on, shall we?
So,
Okay.
GameCubeDude, what is your favorite?
My favorite episode was definitely episode 11, School Stories.
Mine
That is
too.
every single person that talks about the show. That's everyone's favorite episode.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
I can see why. We didn't have like a narrative we were talking about. We were just sitting back and just shooting the crap about like funny things that happened in school. Well, some of us, some funny, some terrifying. Like example for funny is when that one guy smashed his head into the window of Nomad school and he was crying, he was bleeding all over the place. That might have been scary for some people, but if I were there, I assure you I'd be laughing hysterically.
You'd be laughing even more hysterically if that was grade.
What? Who?
Grade?
Oh, grade
grade?
8. Grade 8. Oh, no.
Oh, grade A, under A?
Yeah, he'd be laughing even more hysterically if that was
My
him.
God, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Is he still on YouTube?
No.
Apparently he made a season 3, then just died again.
Yeah, I think he made one video talking about like U.S. politics or something, and then he just kind of disappeared again. Grade A,
missing
can you
out
just
a
do the
lot.
world a favor and stay gone?
He only
Oh,
made, like,
okay, yeah. So, yeah, Mugs and Mike's episode 11, my favorite.
Also, speaking of Mugs and Mike's episode 11, I want to shout out the person that made the thumbnail. That's Quickless that created that.
Hey, Quickless.
All 4 of us as Earthbound characters.
Oh my god, I actually want to make like an Earthbound mod of all of us so badly.
Heck you.
No,
stick-
no, you sit down. You have
Sit-
another game you're going to finish
Please,
first. You
please,
sit
Hack-
down and you finish that game
Stick to
first.
one project, please. Hack, you need to finish your custom night before you can have some Earthbound, okay?
No, you're not good. You ain't shushing anybody over here. You're finishing what you started first.
From a FNAF to Earthbound.
All right, so Mr. Nomad, what was your favorite episode?
Mentioned it was the same as Luke's episode 11. I just love the stories we all shared. I guess it's because, in a way, everyone has those crazy stories from school that they remember, so it's something everyone in a way can relate to, but at the same time, the ridiculousness of some of these are what made it great, like, and the stupidity of it, like you mentioned, the towel in the microwave.
Yeah, that was great.
The funny voice Luke did along with that definitely helped the comedic factor of that.
I try.
And good lord, I did not realize just how screwed up some of the things at my school were until I mentioned it to you all.
You were acting
Oh
as
my
if
god,
it was
you were
just normal.
you were acting like this was not a big deal at all. We hear this like, are you okay? Do you have scars somewhere? We might have a plastic surgeon that can help you with that.
Only mental scars.
Okay, plastic surgery's not gonna fix that, but just don't kill us when we all meet up in Georgia.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, that's for a later thing.
Mr. Hack, what was your favorite?
There are a few favorites I have. One of them definitely the school series, but that's among for Nomad's reason and GameCubeDude's reason. But what made me feel more proud was the Channel Awesome episode and the Glitch Tail episode, because the Channel Awesome episode, it did make me laugh a lot when it was the whole sub thing. We watched the sub count.
Oh,
We watched
I forgot that happened.
It went up!
It went up. And
Let me pull that up for old time's sake.
oh
no,
my
not
god.
now.
But I love the Glitch Tail episode because it did open up to how we see fandoms and hatedoms, and how we have a YouTube animator experiencing this stuff to us, and it was a pretty fun time listening to her and all of us share our own experiences. I even shared my own experience as well, and it did made me feel happy that I did. So yeah.
Our first guest, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Aw.
You should have seen Hack when we were preparing for the episode. He was so excited to talk to Kamala.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Was he fanboying?
A little bit. Just a little
I'm
bit.
just imagining Hack just jumping up and down, fanning himself with his hands, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh,
my
there
gosh.
was like a fan. He definitely had a fan. It's like, oh Lord, I'm coming down with a case of the vapors.
Oh.
Oh god.
Credit to
I'm
John
so-
Tron. I can't steal jokes with and not credit them.
Oh god, I'm so sad I missed that one.
It was a good one.
But
I was
at least
somewhere
it had
over
a
the
good
Pacific
vacation.
well,
during that
it was
time.
it was a little bit more of a mixed bag. I think it definitely had some strong moments, but me as a main host, I don't think I did quite as good a job as you did.
I can't.
Or as you
I
normally
can't
do.
control y'all.
I still...
I'm just here.
That's true.
The Channel Awesome episode, I think, that was the first episode I think I really enjoyed doing it. It was... I guess that was when we started to get a sense of, what exactly we wanted to do and how we all worked together.
I like the Channel Awesome one because that's really when I started like digging in and trying to find like research. That was like the first time I researched for the podcast. And I mean, yeah, I kind of piggybacked off of Down the Rabbit Hole. That's how I found out about it. But I felt
the Channel Awesome?
yeah, the whole Channel Awesome thing. I found out about it because of the YouTube channel Down the Rabbit Hole.
I'm surprised this whole Channel Awesome downfall. Isn't it like 2 years ago now that this happened?
About, yeah.
Almost, I think. I think it was
So much for
April
them
of
being over.
2018.
Oh.
Yeah, we re-released our video about like a couple weeks after that document came to light.
Actually, now that I'm looking at all these videos, oh my god, I need to remake all of these thumbnails.
Heck, what's the point of
Why
remaking
remake them now when the podcast is ending?
over?
I know, but some I would remake because I don't like looking at them.
Oh, good lord,
I'm looking at the thumbnails. I'm loving me as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let me just let me just say that.
Oh, I hated that episode.
But
I must say,
my personal
Sonic-
favorite. Oh, good.
Yep, Sonic Hack is amazing. I need that in my life.
That is cute. I love Sonic
Okay,
Hack as
sorry.
well. That's cute. My personal favorite episode has to be probably either episode 13 or 14. Cause you don't understand,
Oh.
like y'all, you just mentioned it at the beginning how I do not like Darkside Phil. I've heard about Darkside Phil since 2016.
That's
So
4
I've
years.
been gathering information about Darkside Phil, and I finally had an opportunity to share it with people. And I'm so happy that I had that opportunity. And also in the comment section, we got accepted into the ranks of the detractors. So we are part of the
Yeah.
detractors.
I'm
For
so
anybody
proud
who
of this
doesn't
community.
know, the detractors are a group of Darkseid quote unquote haters. They gather up all the information of him, of crappy things he's done, and share it with the public.
That's amazing.
It's great.
Remember that part?
It's like we're part of a secret society or whatnot.
Yeah, we just flash little IDs and they're like, you can come in.
I will say, I thought episode 14 was definitely better than episode 13, especially since we got to clear some of the light on the Pro Jared stuff.
Yes, I'm proud that we were able to do that,
I'm very happy about that too.
I like in episode 13 we presented the information that was there at the time. That was before Pro Jared made his big response. So like we said, okay, here's all this information. This could be a little weird, but we don't have like an official response from Jared yet, so we'll have to see how it unfolds. And when we do get his side of the story, we realize, oh my God, he was framed. He's nothing like what these people were portraying him as.
He has the receipts.
Fun fact, episode 13, that was the second time we recorded that episode, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually was.
We were originally going to be talking about the James Charles, was it? About
Yeah,
the
I think so.
The makeup guy?
Yeah, James Charles apparently, some stuff with a waiter or something. Apparently trying to sleep with a straight guy because he was I don't know. Like, apparently it all came out like the person who quote unquote exposed James Charles was actually just being pissy about the fact that he promoted some brand of pills or something. I don't know. I can't even remember that much, to be honest. I just remember the person who made the original video criticizing James Charles deleted the video, and normally that's not really a good sign.
So yeah, we got done recording it, and we kind of just like looked back at it, and we were like, we don't like how this goes, because none of us had any connection with that makeup community.
Yep.
I mean, I heard it from my sister. Like, she was the one I got all the information about him from. But I had no clue. None of us had any clue. So we were kind of like treading in water almost in that portion. And I felt because the fact that we redid the episode, I thought we did a better job kind of looking at it neutral with Pro Jared. I think that probably had something to do with it.
Definitely.
Yep. And that isn't actually the only lost episode of Mugs and Mikes.
What was
We
it?
had another?
We had another one?
Yep, remember we recorded episode 5 live, but we hated it, so we made the channel awesome one.
Oh, you know
it
what?
was
I
a
think.
difficulty
that
in video
live
games.
one.
That's what it was, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. No, that episode was terrible.
Well, it's
I
there if
forgot
anyone
about
cares.
that.
It's there if anyone cares.
We should
to
have
watch
done
it.
that. Like, we should have done that with every episode. We should have recorded one once, realized, this is bad. Let's try again, and done it a second time. It turned out better every single time. Okay, that's another piece of podcast advice for all you kids out there. Do your episodes more than once, because first time it's gonna turn out like crap.
So I'm guessing we're
It's-
gonna re-record this.
Yeah, pretty much. we're gonna record this episode, and then we're gonna hate it, and then we're gonna find time like 2 years from now, and then re-record it.
Or we'll just
Works for
record
me.
it live in Atlanta.
That works too.
Oh boy. Man, I wish it would be amazing if we did like a live episode during the LA trip. That would have been fun.
Speaking of the LA
Will-
trip, is it time to talk about that?
I suppose so.
Sure, let's do it.
do it.
Alrighty. Now that was a good transition, wasn't it?
Okay. So I suppose I can start this off since
You were the
well,
mastermind behind it all.
I was the mastermind behind it all. So basically, for those of you who don't know, probably none of you actually do know this, but for the past 2 years, I've been going to an anime convention in California called Anime Expo with two of my friends, Ivan and D. So the second year we went, I was like, hey, Ivan and D, would you guys want to maybe have some more people come with us? It's like, yeah, sure, the more the merrier. Plus, it means rent is cheaper in the long run. So I go to none other than the Mugs and Mice crew. Like, hey guys, you want to go to an anime convention where there's sexy cosplayers and there's Yuri body pillows? I bought one of those for Nomad at the end. And
Link in the description
and there's
below.
plenty of the anime stuff that everybody memes about, and they're just like, yeah, we're in. Let's go look at the sexy cosplayer. I mean, anime.
I'm still sad I missed the 18+ section.
You didn't really miss much. Let's just be real.
Well, there was a nude Yuri in there. I would have forced you to
now
take
I'm
that home with you.
Would you have recorded that as well?
No, I couldn't record in there.
Not in there, but back at the Airbnb.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
But that's honestly
You know
not
what?
how I remember
Giving you the one Yuri body pillow was good enough for me.
Yeah,
Can you
well,
imagine him having to explain the naked Yuri body pillow to his parents?
Oh, my dad actually saw that video.
Oh, he did? Oh my! You didn't tell us this.
I did.
Yo, I'll have to give like the link to the video I'm talking about in the description. Basically, I took a video of me buying Nomad the Yuri body pillow, and you know, I was giving him a little bit of a hard time. I was like, I'm gonna get you the one that feels like more human skin. That way you can go home and actually have sex with it if you want.
The poor guy that was the merchant. The look of
Wait,
just
what?
pain in his eyes.
Oh no, don't you even.
Yes.
He was laughing.
He was laughing. It was like that awkward, like.
Well, he
No. He thought it was funny.
He consented to being recorded, so it was all good.
Yeah, I made sure, like, hey, you mind if I record a transaction? He's like, yeah, sure. I took it from the top.
Are you okay with me recording a transaction? Oh yeah, sure. That was your
Okay,
first
well,
mistake.
not record the transaction, but it's like, hey, you cool with it if I film? He said yes. He was cool with it.
But speaking of which, that's not necessarily how I remember it. How I remember it was, I was mentioning how I really want to go on a trip, my first trip alone outside of the country, and you mentioned AX, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll go, why not? And then a little months ago, you're thinking, so hey, have you booked your tickets? You know, we really should start thinking about this if you really want to do it. And that's when we all get together. Zeke mentions, sure, I'll come along. Why not? And then the rest of us do.
Okay.
I was the
yeah,
man-
sure. All right. Maybe I exaggerated the story a little bit. It didn't take like one call to convince you guys to come to AX, but I did a good job at opening you up to the idea at least.
Yep, I was convinced. It was trying to convince some other people that I should go. That was the hard part.
Oh, right. Your parents.
It was.
Yeah, but they opened up to it, and they're glad I went in the long run because they said it looked like a good time.
Well, are they? Because you came home with a body pillow.
I mean, hey, I'm sure my dad's happy if I do something other than sit home and play video games all day.
He's happy you have some form of girlfriend.
I was about to say he was happy that you brought home a pillow with a girl on it, not a guy. Nothing wrong with that, but your dad's like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he's not gay. I did my job as a father.
Oh my god.
Dear Lord,
Can
that's
we
terrible.
let's move on.
So
to the,
anyways, as I was gonna say, like the order we actually met up in was we went to the airport to pick up Zeke. I think it was like the first, or well, it was like the third day I was in because I spent a few nights at my friend Ivan's house. Then I think that same night, I think it was the same night, right, Zeke?
Yeah, I think both. I think I came in and I rode with you and Avery to the Airbnb. That's when
Right,
all
okay.
of us saw the Airbnb. And
Yeah,
then
okay, so-
D came in
so that-
about 3 hours later, and then Nomad came 3 hours after that.
we
Nomad
hacked-
and Hack, because they came together, remember?
Oh yeah,
It's
Oh,
me
yes.
and Nomad.
Yeah,
Thank-
so you know, it was pretty dope seeing each other all meeting up for the first time.
You should have seen though Luke trying straight Jack Daniels. It was incredible.
Oh
No,
my
I
god.
thought you were
Kids,
about
don't
to say.
ever drink straight Jack Daniels. That shit is disgusting.
For a second, I thought you said you should have seen him try a straight jacket on. I'm like, what? What happened?
Well, I was in California. It was only a
yeah, I
matter of
forgot
time
Zeke.
before I succumbed to craziness.
Oh yeah, I forgot Zeke. We weren't supposed to tell you about that.
Oh, I see how.
Oh yeah, speaking of,
Oh.
by the way, thanks Hack for the Young Link amiibo.
Oh yeah,
No,
no
it
problem.
was Zeke was there when it happened. It was D we were not supposed to tell it about. See,
Yo.
D went to bed, so he didn't see me try and choke down Jack Daniels. But like the moment it went down my throat, I go to the sink and wash my mouth out.
He was so proud of you though when he heard you try Jack Daniels and then also Bacardi. He was proud both times.
D
That's
was
my
like
boy.
most proud when I decided to. No, see, like I what happened was I mixed some Bacardi into my. Well, actually, no. Nomad mixed Bacardi into the milkshakes, and I don't think he told me. Actually, I don't think he told me until I took a sip of the milkshake that there
told
was
you, we all
Bacardi in there.
We all agreed to it, and you were there.
I don't
You
remember
probably
that.
didn't know what Bacardi was.
But anyway, when I tried, what was it? Oh yeah, when I agreed to try some Captain Morgan's, D looked at me like
a proud father.
he looked at me like he was a proud father.
That's probably the best way to describe that look he gave you.
And let us all not forget the Wall of Fame.
Oh yeah, the Wall of Fame.
The-
Nomad
the-
and D drank so much that they filled up like an entire stovetop with alcohol
Yeah, that
bottles.
was the idea. After all the parties we had, whenever we finished something, we'd put the empty bottle or can on top of the stove. I still remember I gave a speech about Jack Daniels after we finished it, and then we all applauded.
And no, for anybody wondering, we did not let Hack drink. I made sure of that. I'm not
Yep.
going to be arrested for kids being wild.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't drink.
It's okay. Hack is a good boy, isn't that right, Hack?
He has a porn account.
Okay, that's a bit unnecessary to bring up.
It's on your Twitter. You have
It's not-
a Hack lewd something Twitter.
It's not even linked.
Oh, it's not linked to the. Oh, oops. Oops.
Oh,
I'm
dear
sorry.
Lord, you just now there's gonna be the comments asking for it.
Well, hey, it's okay,
Oh my
Hack.
God.
It's okay, Hack. He humiliated me in front of the entire world too.
I did?
The body pillow.
Oh yeah.
We were literally just talking about it. Did you already forget?
Well, like I didn't know what you were talking about. It's like it could have been a number of things, but yeah, okay. Humiliate you in front of the whole world with the body pillow. Yeah, definitely that. Definitely.
You didn't humiliate me. It's kind of hard to
I did?
humiliate me. No, you did not.
Oh well, I guess I have some work to do.
Yes, you do.
I don't think we really get to talk about how I somehow got into AX though.
Yeah, your story was kind of funny. It was just like you happened to be in California during the same time.
Well, here's the thing. I thought it would be much more complicated just to try and get myself to AX, but surprisingly, it was a little bit more simple than I thought it would be. Like, seriously. Because,
You guys were like on a vacation at that same time, right?
well, not... The thing was that, we that was never planned in the first place. It was planned when you guys told me. So I asked my parents, hey, so there's this place I want to go to for summer for my birthday, and I was wondering if it's actually okay for me to go along with my siblings, and they said yes with like no obligations or anything. I'm like, okay. I think I will have to thank a lot to my brother who helped afford the entire trip to LA. It did take very long because, well, there are a lot of moments where we had to clutch our budget from some things because we did a lot of things in LA actually. My brother, okay, I have two brothers by the way, so I'm gonna distribute it by brother and older brother. Brother wanted to go to the official Apple headquarters, and we drove like 6 to 10 hours just to go there.
Oh dear
And
Lord.
yeah, it took that long. I don't exactly remember how many hours, but it was around there. And it was very, I will admit, it's actually very fun going to headquarters all around. Well, mainly just Apple because my brother. But yeah, we did quite a lot of things. It did make me happy that we went to a convention for the very first time of our lives.
So-
And it
Aside from meeting up, I think my favorite thing that we all did was go to the automotive museum. That was way more interesting than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was pretty cool.
Yep, the original reason we went there because we want to go see the DeLorean from Back to the Future because it's there. Specifically, Mr. GameCubeDude wanted to see it, but what they do is it's down at the bottom floor in front of glass windows, so you can see it. But if you actually want to see it like close up, you have to start at the very top and work your way down. And I thought that was clever because if we just went in, we would most likely would have just popped in, seen the DeLorean, then pop out. But we saw a ton of cool things there. Like we all sat in the Model T.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we saw the one of the first hybrid cars, which was actually invented, I think, in the 30s.
And
Yeah,
we
that's
saw,
cool.
Yeah, we saw a ton of movie cars like the Land Speeder from Star Wars.
There was Skids and Mudflap from Transformers 2.
There was
Who cares about that,
yep,
though?
There was the There was the Bat Cycle with Sidecar from the Adam West Batman series.
There was another car from Back to the Future. I think it was like the cop car from Back to the Future 2.
And then there's the DeLorean. You were so excited to see that. I remember it.
I was excited to see that DeLorean.
You were.
What can I say? It's the greatest movie car of all time. And you
there's a
can
reason-
all fight me on this.
I remember what was it called? The lift an hour out away to go to the dealership. That was
Right.
That was
right.
weird.
I there's a DeLorean dealership in California for those who didn't know. I ordered an Uber for like, was it really an hour away?
It was an hour away.
Yikes.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I Ubered. I got an Uber for the three of us. Heck didn't come, but Nomad and Zeke did. And we all went to see the DeLorean dealership. And that was the closest I've ever gotten to a DeLorean.
We stayed there for
that's
like
nice.
10 minutes
It
and then we just kind of walked
was-
around.
It was magical.
What was more magical, though, seeing the DeLorean from Back to the Future or going to the dealership?
Are you really going to make me choose? I think the most magical thing between the two of them is realizing how tiny these cars actually are.
They are tiny cars.
Anybody who's been near a DeLorean knows, like, this thing is puny. Like, puny.
It is pretty small.
Have you been near one? Oh, wait, you were at the museum. Right.
Yep. He was the one holding the camera while you were going over about how excited you were to see it.
Yeah, actually, you remember one of the security guards got mad at me because I put the camera too close to the car.
Yep, I believe you were showing the A up close to show that it's the
Oh.
authentic car.
Well, no, that wasn't what they got mad at me. Like, I think I was actually holding my camera over the plutonium chamber, and they're like, "Hey, no, you can't hold your camera over the props." I'm like, "Okay, sorry." Just froth at the mouth, look at it from a distance.
Are we going to have to follow you around?
For what?
Do I have to follow you all day?
Touch. Don't touch.
Hey! To be fair, I did not touch it.
It still would have been nice though.
Even when they opened up one of the doors at the dealership for us to look inside the car, I didn't touch the actual stainless steel because my fingers are greasy and slimy sometimes, and I know I'd get fingerprints on that beautiful stainless steel. So I made sure to touch the rubber tip on the side of the car to close the door. See, that's how classy I am when it comes to DeLoreans.
That guy was pretty cool at the dealership.
Anybody out there who owns a DeLorean and needs somebody to inherit it, hit me up. I'll take care of that baby forever.
That
And
was
that,
such a
kids, is how I
weird
met your
car.
mother.
That was such a weird. That was a weird day.
Seeing the DeLorean?
No, not the what was it? The movie cars and stuff like that. That was cool. The weird day was going to the dealership 45 to an hour away.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that was the weird day. Because I remember
That was the weird day.
I remember the drive back. Because
What happened to the drive back?
of course you don't remember it because both of y'all fell asleep.
Yeah, we did.
And I spent the entire hour drive talking to the Uber driver the entire time.
I spent
What
it
were you
slipping.
talking about?
I-
We were talking about we were just talking.
Game of
like,
Thrones.
He was explaining why. He was asking why we were in L.A. I explained to him It's like, oh, how'd y'all meet? Like, oh, we're all friends, and we met up after. Like, I didn't tell that we met online. I just said, oh, we're old friends that were like meeting back up after a while. And then his cell phone went off to the Game of Thrones theme. So then we started talking about Game of Thrones for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
It was
remember
the
that part
weirdest
'cause-
thing ever.
Yep, I was slipping in and out of, being awake in that car ride, so I could hear it talking about Game of Thrones.
You think that's so weird? One time, Nomad and I were alone together in an Uber. He was going on about the Gothic Empire and whatnot. I could barely
talking
keep
about
up with
the
how
Goths
much he
and the
was.
Roman
I could
Empire.
barely keep up with how much he was throwing at me, so I just kept going.
Hey, I love history, man. It's my passion.
Okay. Yeah, but like, I
should start a history channel.
Do it.
Oh my god.
Nomad, you know how this is going to end.
Oh yeah, the history channels are unfortunately being screwed by YouTube right now, but screw it. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because I want to do it. It's my passion.
Are you actually going to upload content this time?
Maybe we'll find out.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, all right, let's hold the horses for a while.
I need to find the motivation to do it. The problem is
Exactly.
whenever I get on something, I decide, what am I doing? This is stupid. I'm just gonna stop and I never get further than that just because I grow to hate every single thing I work on.
Push past the doubt. That's what you had to do. Push past
so?
the doubts. Yeah, that's what I had to do. Everyone has self-doubt.
Yep. And I still remember when was the last night we were all together? We all threw one last massive party, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't sleep that night. I slept on the plane.
I tried to sleep on my plane, but my neck was so sore that I couldn't.
I remember it was serious, like the entire time. Like my plane took off at 6 a.m. So I had to make it to LAX at 3 a.m. I got there before the ticket office opened. So I had to stand there for like 20, 30 minutes. Luckily, there was like several Pokemon stops. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me just load up on Pokeballs. And then, like, I walked through the entire thing. I finally got on the plane. I watched a Pokemon Direct on my phone on the plane. It ended. I was like, okay, let me just rest my eyes. I fell asleep. I woke up. I'm in the air. Normally, like the takeoffs, I'm good with flying. Normally the takeoffs, that's the rocky part for me, where it's like, ooh, okay, I'm cool. I was just asleep the entire time. I woke up like, where am I? And they were asking if I wanted snacks and drink. I'm like, heck yeah, give me the pretzel, give me the Coke.
Hell yeah. Wait, they had Coke on your plane?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
right.
I want to go on your plane. I want to do some Coke.
What?
Coca-Cola, you idiot.
Oh, speaking of Coca-Cola, in Georgia, that's where Coca-Cola's headquarters is, and they have a thing where you
yeah.
can try literally every single Coca-Cola product ever made, except for the one that really matters.
New Coke.
They also have a neat aquarium.
Yeah.
Of Coca-Cola.
So, for those that don't understand what we're talking about, we're actually going to be meeting up again in another convention on the
Not me,
other
though.
side of the country.
Atlanta,
Not me,
Georgia, MomoCon, May 21st to the 24th. If you can come, stop on by. If you run into us, please don't hesitate to come say hi.
We need interaction from fans.
Please.
Yes,
Please help us.
That'd be nice.
I'm worried though. What if I get deported, man?
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Like, we would have to vlog that crap. Like, getting.
My best friend gets deported. Not
Nomad's
clickbait.
getting deported.
The funny
Can you
thing-
imagine
for
that?
once, not clickbait in the title would be accurate.
Everyone would still be like, oh god, this has to be clickbait. Then they watch the entire thing, like, holy shit, how is this real?
Well, hey, you know what? At least I won't have to pay for the hospital when I get home after being beaten senselessly by border security.
If you get back into your country, that's the thing.
If your hospitals are good enough to keep you alive.
Don't ever question a good old US of A beatdown, Nomad. You'll be closer to Texas this time around. Oh my gosh. So basically, just because this podcast is ending, it does not mean that we hate each other. I mean, with the
Well,
exclusion
speak
of...
for yourself. What?
I was about... You stole my freaking joke. Okay, screw it. We hate each other. This is the last we're talking.
Yeah, fuck you guys. You know what?
Fuck you
I'm
too.
hacking,
You stole me $5.
I'm using the Mugs and Mike's Twitter to expose you all.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? How about I leak that video of you with the body pillow at AX? You think I did? You think I really deleted that?
Oh,
How about
crap.
Here's the tip. I secretly stole the video of you trying the Jack Daniels. I'm gonna show that to D.
Don't you dare!
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Nomad, I will ruin your life. You will never get married.
Everything
It's not like I was
exposed on
gonna
Twitter.
get married anyways.
Okay, well now I just feel bad for you. Now I don't want to expose you.
Oh!
I love self-deprecating humor. It works every time.
So yeah, basically, just because the podcast is ending, it does not mean you're never going to see us ever again or see us together ever again.
After
Let's
all,
take
we're
this
coming out with
opportunity-
Mugs and Mikes too, baby.
Mugs and Mikes 2, coming to the computer near you. Oh dear Lord. Do you want to take the opportunity to kind of like touch base a little bit on what you're going to be doing on your own channels and stuff like that, or?
I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing on my channel. I'm definitely gonna be messing around. I've been writing some scripts for a few things. I guess I'm just gonna be throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks, really.
Well, I wanted to plan my channel to be more based around a little bit more art and such, but I mean, from time to time I kept thinking about it because I wanted my channel to go on many different directions, but it's been hard to figure out one of them. Like, there's only, like, literally right now, there's only 2 videos in my channel right now based
Hey,
on my
Hack.
birthdays.
Oh, go,
Yeah.
go. Finish. I thought you were done.
Oh, well, there have been various degrees of what videos I wanted to do, and I kept holding it off, but I am more positive to hope that this year I do want to push into more content to my YouTube channel, and I hope it goes well. So yeah.
Here's some free advice, and this is for Nomad too. Just subscribe to the Triple B, okay? You know what this Triple B is?
It's
Big
Booty
booty
bitches.
bitches. Make a channel based off of that. You will get 10,000 subscribers.
and one
Yeah,
more
get to work on that not safe for work account for you, Hack. There you go. As for myself, I hate YouTube now. Like, they've screwed over content creators enough for me, so I'm just gonna be hanging out over on my DLive page. DLive.tv/GameCubeDude.
Give them all your lemons. I still don't know what those are.
There's some. It's like a donation type thing for the website.
But what's the currency exchange with that?
I don't know. It's exchanged through like some kind of cryptocurrency system.
Oh my gosh! So
I
you're
think.
sitting
Or
bitcoins?
well, actually, well, no, it does work with that. Okay, look. I'm just streaming over there, all right, and people are giving me lemons. So I'm just like, woo, yay, lemons! I can eat.
The lemonade. When life gives you
You
lemons.
don't eat lemonade, you moron.
Well-
You drink it.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back.
Yeah.
Get mad.
Yeah.
I don't
I
want
like
your damn
him.
lemons. What am I supposed to do with these?
Yeah, I
You
like
know
him.
who I am? I'm the man who will burn your house down with the lemons. As soon as I get my team to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
I like this guy.
Anyone who gets that reference, they deserve a
Wasn't that a
veteran's account.
Jacksepticeye quote?
No, that's from Portal 2.
Ah.
Anyone who knew what that was before I mentioned Portal 2 deserves a veteran's account.
No, they deserve a lemon.
Yeah, we'll give everybody gets lemon. Anybody who recognizes us at MomoCon, you can get a lemon. How about that?
Oh
Let's-
my gosh,
let
we
us
had to
literally
bring
go to the
around with us a bag of lemons. Can you imagine going through security?
Bag of lemon.
What,
Sir,
they're
why-
like, what
sir,
the
why do you
hell
have
is going on
lemons?
here? Don't make promises. Now I want to do it.
All right.
As for myself, y'all know where my YouTube channel is. It's ZYoshiman currently. I'm toying around the idea of changing the name, but I don't know. Yeah. So, is there any last words y'all want to say before we end this final episode?
Thank you all for sticking with us through this discombobulated mess of a podcast. Hopefully it was entertaining for what it was worth.
I just want to say thank you, Zeke, Nomad, and GameCubeDude for sort of making this podcast, even though it was a bit of a mess. It did. I do feel more connected towards being surrounded to a group, and I feel like I'm actually a part of something, and I'm even though despite the thumbnails not looking too good as I look at them now, I do feel happy that I contributed to something. So I just want to thank everyone for the support.
You too.
I just want to say thanks for doing this, guys. I really enjoyed doing the podcast. It's something it was like Zeke for me. It was something that I had on my bucket list and I really want to do. The fact that we got to do it was great, and even if it had a bumpy start, I'm always gonna love the last few episodes we did.
I loved every bit of this podcast. And I love the fact that people love this podcast enough to subscribe to it and watch it and stuff like that. I find that...
You mean listen to it?
Watch, listen, who cares? It's all the same. This never went out of YouTube, so technically they still watched it. It was a static image, but you can still watch it.
Imagine someone just staring at a static image for 50 minutes.
You know what? If that was the enjoyment they got out of it, then damn it, I am proud.
Son, what are you watching?
An image with some funny guys screaming at each other.
Just looking at colorful art.
So, I'm worried.
Why does that guy have a straw hat?
He's Straw Hat Luffy.
All right, is that everything?
But no, thank y'all so much for watching / listening to this, to every episode, all 15 of the episodes, and don't be sad that it's over. Be glad that it happened. You know, that's all I had to say. So, Mr. GameCubeDude, one final time, where can the fine folks find you at?
You all can find me over on DLive, dlive.tv/GameCubeDude. Hope to see you all there, or at least some of you.
HackGame, where can the fine people find you?
You can find me on YouTube for HackGame. You can find my other social medias with HackGame X294, and yes, Nomad, I do have an Instagram.
I like
So does he.
Instagram now, so I'm fine with that.
doesn't
Yeah,
work
remember
anymore.
when Nomad used to hate Instagram? Now he quit Twitter and went solely
I
to
know he
Instagram.
did. But
Time changes people.
it really
Exactly.
does.
You thought you knew a guy.
Oh yeah, Instagram in the description. I don't use it that often, but I do enjoy it, so feel free to follow that.
I will try my best to make more art and more content in my YouTube channel and my medias I'm in. I know it's silly to say, but I think I might possibly thinking about going back to DeviantArt for this.
Nothing wrong with that.
And you can, Nomad, where can the people find you? I know you
Okay.
mentioned your Instagram.
Yep, you can find me at YouTube on Nomad. Link down below in the description. And with that, peace out, everyone.
You're not allowed to sign off. I haven't said
Did he
it
just
yet.
steal my outro?
He just stole the outro before
just-
I could pitch myself.
Well, this would probably be the last time I'd be
screw
talking.
this.
So
I'm
that's
out of here, guys.
Oh
I'm
my
out
god.
of here.
Well, you know what?
I'm out.
Well, you know what? Fine.
He
Screw
just
you all.
actually
I'm
left.
No, fine. If you guys don't want me here, I'm going. Goodbye.
All right, fine. I'll sign Zeke out for him. You can find Zeke everywhere at the moment. His Z Yoshi Man, Twitter, Instagram, and maybe Pornhub. I don't know, YouTube. Z Yoshi Man. Links will be in the description. Heck, I do hope they come back.
I kinda do.
I forgot something.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
one of them
I'm
came
still
back.
here. I never left. It was all a joke.
No, I did actually leave the room though.
Oh, good lord.
I was just planning just to cut the episode after that part.
I kind of think that
Everyone's-
was the thing too.
You can't cut a final episode like that. This is the longest outro we've ever
Kinda
done.
is.
All right, Zeke, you want to actually do your thing so like we can give this
You can find me
podcast a proper
YouTube.
goodbye.
You can find me YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all on Z Yoshi Man. That's how you pitch yourself. You make it short and sweet and to the point. Luke, any final words?
I'm looking forward to the future.
You know what? I agree.
Whatever that future may be.
Well, guys, once again, thank you so much for supporting this podcast, and it's been a blast.
So long.
I'll miss this podcast.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.